Peñitas, Nicaragua. This is the south end of town. We are starting at Caricalido Hostel, just north of the main intersection here, where the upper loop road meets the beach road. We're on the beach road. This is the main drag through town, and we're going to do our best to do a smooth walk through the town on the beach road. So this is just the loop, and we're on, this is the road that most people coming through town will know. On our left is a brand new pulperia, just opened up a few weeks ago. Now on our right, this is kind of a bus stop, and they do cook in there sometimes, so it becomes a comedor. It's a little bit hard to tell what these things are. On the corner here is an empty lot that is currently for sale. And next to that, we're coming up on Puesta del Sol. It's one of the best known restaurants in town, probably the best known standalone restaurant in town. We just passed on the right the public access to the beach. So Puesta del Sol just built a new cocktail lounge, swimming pool, and hotel rooms that you can see a little bit just to the left of the main restaurant there. On the right, we're passing a terrace. There's sometimes standalone terraces are kind of a thing here. Very easy to see the beach and sit up and get a breeze. We have a house on the left, and this is Mono Loco, a popular bar and restaurant here in the main stretch. We have a new house here on the right, just a private house. And here across from Mono Loco is Playa Roca, one of the biggest and most well-known hotels, and they're a hotel, hostel, restaurant, and bar. They have pool, very large space right on the beach, 2-story beachfront restaurant. We're going to swing around and give just a quick view in. On the left, you can see the parking lot for Cholitos Bar. We're still going past Playa Roca. And in front of us is the Simple Beach Lodge, directly across from Cholitos. A little bit of construction going on. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, we have a private residence here. And these rocks on the right are actually at a Morisco vendor. Fish vendor. Rocky the pit bull hanging out front. He's not really a police dog, he just has the vest. Cholitos is on the left. Cholitos is pretty cool with their raised terrace area. We have the Comedor on the right. Everybody say hola! Hola. This is an abandoned school. This was apparently a bit of a scandal. A fake school was built here and the government had to seize it. The whole thing was apparently a scam, a real estate scam. And so it's now completely closed and seized by the government and abandoned. This is an open lot. This was all palm trees just recently. It was cleared a few weeks ago. We've heard rumor there may be construction, but we have no idea what it'll be. And right next to it, this is Yappa, definitely the best known hotel and restaurant in town, very large. Cross over so you can get a view of it. There's just a parking lot behind us. So Yappa is interesting in that they generally only operate during the day. Obviously the hotel is open at night, but they close the restaurant quite early the moment the sun goes down, and they have no nighttime events. There's no food, no bar, no music. So they basically do lunch and early dinner. They get the sunset crowd. They're very popular, and then that's it. Then they close for the day. But they have large parking. They always have parking attendants outside. I'm hoping that the glare on the camera is not too bad. As we come through here, we have another empty lot. Done a lot of my early filming in this lot, but they've made it a little bit less convenient to access, so we don't normally go in there. On the left, this whole stretch is abandoned. Well, it's all for sale. There's a chicken bus. That is the chicken bus taking folks to Leon. All the buses here are going to Leon. If they're full size, there is a minibus that you can catch from here and go to San Juan del Sur, quite far away. Only active business here on the left is Casa Rivera. You can see the sign is out. And next to them is a big empty lot full of giant rocks. Every so often it's used as a parking lot for Sua. Sua is here on the right. They're closed right now as I do the walking tour. This is quite a famous restaurant. Very much a beach restaurant. Since they're so popular, we're going to poke in and get a shot through so you can kind of see. Continue on. This section of town is mostly residential homes on the right. Once we pass Sua, we have another beach access here. On the left is the only permanent street food vendor here in town. That's Nika Burger. They're not open very often, but they are open regularly. And just past that is Carla's Pulperia. We go there quite often. And this is where the middle road of town comes in to join the beach road. It's the only spot that there's another road coming in that's like a real road anywhere along here. We will do a tour of that road another day. Saeed is here. Say hello.
What's up,
Doing the walking tour of town.
right on.
Still all residential in this section. And here on the right, we're coming on Monoano Hostel. It's a mostly vegetarian hostel here right on the beach. Restaurant and bar there. On the left is Cafe Del Mar. One of the well-known Comodores here. And on the right is Oasis, one of the oldest hotels in town, also on the beach. Everything on the right is actually beachfront. Everybody sits right on the sand. Let's again give you just a little bit of a view in. And of course all the hotels have restaurants here. And across from this, there is this road here, but this is not really a through road. It just goes up to the big dirt patch, so it's not a useful road that you would actually drive on. You can go up to park or whatever, but it's not a real road. This Leon Surf has only recently arrived. I've never seen it open, and I think it's just being stored here. I don't think it's an active restaurant in town, but it could be at some point. On the right, we have new lots for construction. On the left is Pacific Breeze and Bar Yaneth. In front of us is the estuary. This is the beach access. And originally the water came very, very close. Now it's quite a ways down. Getting some loud music up here. This is sometimes a lively part of town. Pelican Surf here on the right, not open very often. Very much a beach party bar. And La Corvida, one of probably the biggest bar in town. I don't know how busy they ever get, but they're busy right now. Well, at least with the music. Yes. Right, we are coming around the corner of the estuary. this really becomes kind of a different neighborhood in town once we make the turn. Private houses on both sides right now. We're gonna have some businesses shortly. On the right, we have a pulperia. This is the big pulperia for this part of town. And then in red, coming up on the right, is Rancho Matias. This is a pretty famous bar and grill. They have a lot of waterfront seating, big party venue. This is probably the best known of all the traditional eateries in town. Also have a small pool hall. Very popular, very famous. You can kind of see the estuary right through. There are beautiful outdoor seating areas. On the right, we have Wilbur's restaurant, Comodoro de Wilbur. We don't actually know its name. And they can see the fire going, they're getting ready. And the estuary here just beyond. So here the road goes right up against the water. On the left, this is still all houses that we're walking by. This two-story structure that we're coming up on is Dulce Moreas, which is a hotel and restaurant. Oh, and their door is open today. Not common. I'll stop and show the estuary here. As we walk up here, we have pulperias on the left primarily. There are some remnants of old restaurants and hotels, all of which are closed along here. Only the pulperias have survived. And in front of us is Barca de Oro. This is where we started our upper loop tour. Right next to it, I'm going to swing around to the Nicaragua sign here in a minute so you can feel some continuity in the tour. This is where the beach road ends as it tees into the upper loop road just past Barca de Oro. But before we go up there, we'll look left. This is the open dirt patch where it connects on this side. All of these little side roads go into just this little dirt patch and meet there, but it's, unless it's perfectly dry, it is not really passable. This is Barca de Oro. We will end at the big Nicaragua mural where we started our last tour.